check, 1, 2. Is this thing on? I'm kidding, guys. How are you? Well, John and I are out for a morning walk, and this is what the day is. First thing, I have to hang around the neighborhood a little bit because Carrie's dad is going to help me get my brakes worked on today, or get my car checked and just see if I need brakes. I think I do. And then I had sent an email. Actually, I made a call, sent an email, and have never gotten a response for this one vlog that I really want to do. I saw like one video online, and the guy that owns this place seems pretty cool. He even says in the video that this place is something he wants to share with the community. But yet I've emailed him twice, I've called, and I just can't seem to get a response. So I'm just gonna pop over there today and see if I can charm these people into giving me some time, or at least scheduling some time with me. And if I can't vlog it today, then I have like 2 or 3 other things that I'm thinking of. But my buddy's back there. Let me find him and I'll get right back to you. So that's my buddy that was behind me that was getting chased by a leaf blower. I had to go rescue him. But what we're gonna do today is, you know, I mentioned yesterday that I had a little bit of a surprise today. Well, that surprise is that Adam the Woo offered and loaned me his wide-angle lens for my camera. So what I'm gonna do is, and this is like ideally the lens that you kind of want to use as a vlogger, but I just can't afford it right now. They give you like a kit lens, which is ample and it works, but like since I film a lot of buildings and stuff, you know, a lot of times you just can't capture the whole building in there, and then it gets annoying when somebody comments on a video that I spent 6 hours on and says, your camera movement's making me sick, or it's making me dizzy, and it's, you know, it's out of my control. I'm trying to fit the whole building in, so this is gonna give me an opportunity for like 2 or 3 of the vlogs that I have wanted to do and I've been putting off because there's not a real great angle to get a good shot. Now I can get that, and I wish I could borrow this for Sweden, but I know he's gonna be using it by then. Those are an awful lot of instructions for a walk signal. I can't imagine if you're from a foreign country and you can't, you know, English is not your primary language, how confusing seeing this sign must be. I know it sounds stupid, but this is like one of the joys of my life, is watching how happy he gets when he gets to do stuff like this. And I guess this is like one of those things I needed in my life when I got a dog. I needed like the simple, like I overstress on so much creative stuff and so many things that I feel like I'm not getting done in my life fast enough, or I'm not accomplishing fast enough. Sometimes you just need that reminder that like the simple things in life matter, and for him, just giving him a treat or looking at him or rubbing his belly is like life-changing for him, and it just reminds me of what little things matter. All right, gang, I'm gonna do a little test for you with the lenses. This is what my lens that came with my camera looks like when I have my arm completely extended, and this is what it looks like when I'm holding it where I would be comfortable holding it if I were vlogging. And what I'm gonna do is show you what the other lens looks like, and then we're gonna take off, and I'm gonna go over to the place that I'm trying to vlog, see if I can talk to them, and maybe at least, if not vlog it, schedule it. So check out the new lens. Now this is what it looks like when I have my arm completely extended right there to selfie, and then this is what it looks like when I just have it right in front of me like I would if I were using my camera phone. Pretty big difference, huh guys? So if I'm not able to do this, I'm actually supposed to meet up with Carrie's dad in like an hour and a half to do my brakes, so I'll go do my other option kind of down on Wilshire after they do the brakes. Now look how deep that angle on the lens is right there, guys. Well, here goes. Let's see what happens. Alright guys, so here's the deal. I had to schedule an appointment, and I told him what this was all about and everything. He's a pretty busy guy, but hopefully, I think they kind of made it sound like he would be interested in doing something like this. So basically what I want him to do is give us a tour of this whole place. He has all kinds of crazy stuff inside here. So hopefully we'll get a response back. Keep your fingers crossed. Doing the Max Sennett Studios. This is actually the studio that when Max Sennett was busted, if you remember when I went to the Hillview Apartments, when he was busted cheating on Mabel Norman the night before their wedding, this was part of his appeasement. Part of her deal with forgiving him was that he had to give her a studio. So this was Mabel Normand Studios, but it's also known as the Mabel Normand Mack Sennett Studios. Normally, guys, I would never give you a hint. I would never even give you a clue as to what I was gonna vlog if I wasn't gonna do it that day, because I know that I will have somebody that will spoil it. Somebody will go look up and find out everything about this place or find out what they have and they'll ruin it, but I'm gonna go on faith that you're not gonna do that, because it's not so much showing you this building that is the historic part, it's what's inside and what this man that owns it now found when he bought the place. So apparently that leaves us to plan B. So plan B of what I wanted to use this lens for, since I have such a broad scope to get out of it, the former site of the Ambassador Hotel, the site where the biggest, the fanciest, the most expensive, the most popular, and the most world-renowned nightclub of all time, the Coconut Grove, was, as well as the site of where Robert F. Kennedy was assassinated in 1968. As I passed through this bridge, there was a lot of graffiti under it, and it actually looked like it had a story, so I wanted to go take a look. Oh yeah, I would have never been able to get this in one shot. Never! And there's something on the other side as well. I assume that's Bernie Sanders, because this is Silver Lake. Let's go to the other side. The other side is a full mural dedicated to people prominent in Silver Lake. Now this is actually what caught my eye, because that is the Shakespeare Bridge right there in the Franklin Hills, and that's kind of what my neighborhood is considered. And I just thought that was so cool to drive by, and I immediately recognized that. Told you, everywhere I go, I know it sounds noisy, but there's always a running truck or a leaf blower or a city utility vehicle somewhere killing my shot. Well, we actually have a change of plans. The other night when we were at the fitting for the suits, John had told me that he was asked to play tonight at the Wiltern. They're playing Fight Club, and they're doing live musicians, and they asked John to come and play Where's My Mind by the Pixies. So as soon as he said that, I was like, oh dude, that sounds so awesome. He goes, I think I can get you on the list. And I said, do you want me to vlog it? He said, yeah, please do. So he just sent me a text, said that he put me on the list. So I'm going to save the Ambassador Hotel for, I think, Saturday. I know what I'm going to do tomorrow, but I think Saturday we'll do the Ambassador Hotel. Okay, guys? Cool. Tonight should be a lot of fun. And I've actually had 2 or 3 people request that I go and show the inside of the Wiltern if I could, which it is beautiful. So, we'll vlog the Wiltern tonight. Well, I am really excited for John tonight because you guys may not know this, but John is one of the biggest Frank Black fans there is in the world. And so anytime he gets to perform a Frank Black cover or a Pixies cover, he's in heaven. And for him to get a play to Fight Club in the Wiltern tonight, and for him to want me to be there to vlog it, that's so cool. I can't wait. I haven't seen Fight Club in years, probably 10 or 15 years, so I'm really excited to see it again. And I wanted to send a big shout out to Kevin Hagman, who sent a donation in today, and specifically wanted it to go towards Sweden. So some of the stuff that we'll be seeing in Sweden is thanks to him. Thank you so much, man. That was really cool of you. And I guess probably the elephant in the room today is Adam the Woo announcing that he was gonna shut down his Patreon, and that's sad. That's sad that something that people wanted and asked him to do and wanted to donate, that he's been harassed by the people who aren't even people donating so much that he just thought it's just easier for it to not even exist, for me not to even have it. I mean, he, you know, just so some of you know, he announced on there that he was getting $1,800 a month, and he is one of the few people on Patreon I've ever heard, when he ever mentioned it, he always said, please, if you feel compelled to donate, please do it $5 or less. And he even broke it down to where it's basically 11 cents a day was the average of what he was getting per person that donates. And his videos are usually between 10 and 15 minutes. So it basically broke down to people were donating a minute per penny. So a penny per day, or, you know, 10 cents, 11 cents. And, you know, I told him, I said, I personally wouldn't do it, but I also am in a way different category than him, where I have not been putting up with the kind of abuse that he puts up with on a daily basis from so many people. And, you know, I respect that he did it, that he, I mean, if that's the way he felt, more power to him. I think that just shows a lot about his character. And one thing people may not know, Patreon people get charged on the first of the month. So he actually announced this and signed off less than like a week or 8 days before he would have gotten another payment. So take that into consideration. This guy, you know, no matter what he does, he knows in his life that he's going to get criticized for it, whether he's on the road constantly, whether he goes to a state that somebody doesn't want him in, or decides to live somewhere. He just can't win no matter what. He just got tired of feeling like anybody could hold something over his head that he owes them. And I respect that. And I just wanted to say I appreciate how considerate and kind the people on my YouTube and on my group fan page on Facebook are, because I'll tell you what, you know, one of the things that he and I have talked about is I said, you know, I'm very happy that a majority of the people that watch me are people that use it as a getaway because they either physically can't travel, or they're too old to travel, or they're whatever reason. I'm lucky because I actually have people that watch me that are grateful for what I'm doing. And he has much more followers, many more followers, I guess you should say. And so I guess the average of the people that tell him how much they appreciate him sometimes can just be overshadowed by the negativity. And nobody that's making videos for others' enjoyment wants to hear criticism constantly, no matter what they do. I mean, I have heard, if you don't want to be criticized, then you shouldn't be on YouTube, because that's what YouTube... I don't view it that way. And that's part of the problem, is that I view it as a place to put something up for people to enjoy. And there's a whole side of people that grew up in a different way with a different mentality, that think it is a place that is just there to be a criticizing place, or somewhere to make their voices heard. And Adam may not say it, but I'll say it. Most people's opinions do not matter to me. You know, from the time I was a kid, if my parents told me that they didn't like something I was wearing or whatever, I was still gonna wear it unless they told me I absolutely could not wear it. So you know, I always appreciate when people tell me that they like what I do, and if they tell me that they don't, then I just go, oh well, then don't watch it. You know, I'm making it for the people that enjoy what I do, and I'm making it the only way I know how. Well, I'm just making the evening coffee to have before I go out to the movie and to see John play. It's a bummer I didn't really get to use that lens today, but he said I can use it for a couple days, so plan on using it for the next 2 days worth of vlogs, and I'll give it back to him probably Saturday or Sunday. Well, unfortunately, we did not get my brakes done today, so I'm guessing I'll probably hear from him in the morning. We'll probably do it in the morning. And I can't take my good camera to the concert tonight, well, the movie concert tonight, because the Wiltern has a policy of no cameras with detachable lenses. So it's camera, phone, or bust, baby. We're gonna take the train down there in just a little bit. I've never seen one of these before. I don't know what that is. Weird. Anybody ever seen one of these before? Tie-dye sale. $2. That is definitely a syringe. Well, here we are, gang. Take a look. That is the Wiltern. And you might guess by looking at the street signs, since it's on Wilshire and Western, that's where they got the name. And believe it or not, where it stands, before it was erected in 1931, That was a goat field, a goat farm. But 1931, so cool. I'm just taking it all in. 1931, Warner Brothers decided to open a Vaudeville Theater over here. And it was actually going to be the kind of the hub of their new chain of theaters. And they hired a guy named Styles O'Clements, same guy who designed the Mayan Theater downtown that I will eventually vlog. And he also did the El Capitan Theater. And when they opened this place up, they actually had a star-studded affair. There was like lines all the way down the block. They had Clark Gable, Joan Crawford, James Cagney, Douglas Fairbanks Jr. You know, people who were up and coming. Not really James Cagney, he was kind of established, but in 1931, those were all up and coming stars. But unfortunately, the theater actually closed a year later because of the Great Depression. And it stayed closed for like the better part of 8 or 9 years, and then at the end of the decade, it sounds like they reopened it. Nothing really fantastical happened throughout. Then they just had some performances, you know, and then eventually it fell to the wayside again, and they actually shut this thing down in the 70s. It got so bad and so dilapidated, they said like when they came through here to sell the property before it was made a historical landmark, they actually walked through and like most of the ceilings and had fallen into the seats. They had really just fallen into disrepair, and people had snuck in here and stolen like the kind of accoutrements that were part of this theater, the brass and the light fixtures and things like that. And so they decided they were going to try and bulldoze this thing, but unfortunately for them, some people stepped in, decided to fight to make this a historical landmark, and they succeeded. And it's actually all part of this one building. This is actually the theater part right here. And you can see there, it's the Fight Club. This is all the theater, but this is the Policier building that it's all part of. Right here on the border of Koreatown. In fact, this was almost considered in those days like the outskirts of Hollywood. So to get everybody to come down here and turn this into a theater was asking a lot anyway. But in the mid-80s, they restored this theater, opened it back up, and turned it into basically a pop culture music venue that does things like this. Some of the best bands of the day right now that are bigger than kind of smaller than playing the Hollywood Bowl, but bigger than playing somewhere like the Whiskey A Go-Go. This would be the place they would play. So luckily for us, John said for me to let him know as soon as we got here, and he's gonna give us some backstage privilege. Let's go. And of course it has two of these bright neon signs that all the Art Deco theaters of those days had. And if I didn't say it when we got here, originally it was called the Warner Brothers Western Theater, but they eventually changed the name to the Wiltern, like I said, from Wilshire and Western. All right, backstage privilege. Let's check this out while we're here. There he is. Dude, I have to ask you, what is it like to play a Frank Black song for this event tonight in the Wiltern?
Dude, I just did the sound stage. I mean, the sound check, and the sound was incredible. Everyone was waving their hands.
Dude, I'm so pumped for you.
Sounds good in the monitor, dude, at the Wiltern.
I'm so pumped, dude. Thank you for inviting us. Little backstage action here. Nice, dude.
First person I saw here play was Tom Waits. I pictured that he would sit, at one of the circle mirrors with the lights.
That's awesome.
In room 1, so.
Last time I was here, down here, I was seeing my favorite band of all time, Guided by Voices, and they had Chloe Sveeney from Kids was down here hanging out. They hooked John up with a chessboard, and I love this. They have a classic picture from the early days of the Wiltern. And that's where we were standing out there when I was doing my whole diatribe before. And this place was also known for its massive murals inside, and that's one of them. Best poster for a bathroom ever. All right, they love the idea that I'm vlogging this, so here we go, guys. We're walking out onto the stage right now. Check that out. It's a little dark right now, but that is the inside, and that's all seating.
So you think the ceiling's all original, Jordan?
Now that design up there, I was just telling John that I read online, it was a famous painter of the day painted this, and it was called an Art Deco Star of the City landscape, and it was kind of actually known for that. Oh, check that out. As a Grateful Dead fan, seeing Bill Graham's name on here just warms my heart. But now I'm going to show you guys what it looks like from out here. And this is the fan perspective. And I'll just give you guys a little view of what it looks like in here, the floors. And there's some lighting over here so I can show you guys a little bit of the ceilings, how ornate they are. And that is actually a design of the outside of this building. And there's the bar. And since we have some lighting here, you can see a little bit better. Let's go see the lobby. And there's the lobby. As well as the amazing murals and ceilings of this lobby. All right, let's go back and hang out before the show starts. Whoa, look at the office. Backstage pass wall. Wow. Whoa, Sonic Youth. So cool. Let's see if anybody else pops out at me. Wow, Radiohead, 1997.
Yeah, no rush. Yeah, absolutely. I won't even get a chance to get.
I'm just hanging out waiting for showtime now. Alright, it's pretty much a full house, and we're about, I'd say, 5 minutes away. I honestly still don't know where I'm sitting. I think I'm invited to sit here, but I might watch it from the stage so I can film the band.
If you hear something you like, if you see something you like, you fucking yell, you scream.
Attachment current reports tell you Boston status upgrade.
The next door proceeds at 30,000 feet. Once you hit me as hard as you can.
Welcome to Fight Club.
First rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. Second rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
I think. No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Why would anyone possibly confuse you?
Dude, great job. John gave me a copy of his